Hey everyone, I'm making this video because I had a friend who wanted to play Marvel Rivals with me, but he was a little bit reluctant just because of the sheer, like, you know, learning curve of like hero shooters. Like there's a lot of abilities, characters and stuff like that, but I got him to start off on Thor and it really like allowed him to like learn the game at his own pace, even with like limited shooter experience. So I thought this video could be helpful to those who are just getting into Marvel Rivals or just trying to like rank up fast. Because Thor is like a super high impact character. He's like pretty forgiving because he has a lot of health. Up to diamond I would say, because then like people will try to expose your mistakes more, but basically up to there he'll allow you to get like a feel of the game while ranking up. And he's like a 3-star difficulty, but I'd say that's more of like a positioning game sense difficulty rather than like a mechanical one, because he's a melee character. Their aim's not really that important. And then that also means like he plays like pretty much identical on like PC and console, so whether you're trying to rank up on PC or console, like Thor is a pretty good character to rank up on as long as you follow like a few simple rules. And also this season buffed him and made Storm a lot better, so like his team up with Storm and even Hela is like really good because there's no bans until diamond, so you could just run that team comp until you get there. Basically as Thor, there's only like 2 combos that you want to use. Is like the first one is you do like a 3 hit, and then you like at the end of your 3rd hit you throw your hammer, so it like cancels the animation and like start your 2nd combo faster. But I think just throwing it, like animation canceling like on your 1st hit or like whenever it's available, is better, because not only will you get your 100 health for like, you want to maintain like your shields like as much as you can, like especially when melee distance, like that's what makes Thor like really tanky, is your ability to just to keep like, if you just keep doing that you'll have 825 health like pretty much no matter what, or at least just be healing yourself for like 100 every time you throw your hammer. And then every time you shift as well, like it increases your health by 100, like the same effect the hammer has. But yeah, that's one combo, and then the other combo is pretty much you put your E down and then you shift them out of the E if they're not gonna like leave themselves, just so they take the extra damage. And if your hammer is blue, like glowing blue, like that means you'll get a Thor force back when you on your next melee attack, but that only lasts 5 seconds. After 5 seconds your hammer will no longer give you that, but you should regenerate in that time anyways. I did manage to get Grandmaster 2 on Thor last season as well, in season 0, and I would say he's even better this season. So yeah, just for the purpose of this video, I do have a lot of time on Thor. He is basically my main at this point. I managed to get diamond on him in about 7 hours when the season dropped. Started at gold 3 and then pretty much played Thor like almost every single game except like 2 I think, where I was like forced to DPS because someone locked him. But yeah, pretty much like went on like a crazy winning streak to get to diamond, and then got a Reed Richards on my team that refused to switch, so that was the beginning of the end of my rank session. So this is one of the games during my rank session. This is one of my first games in platinum. I dropped 50. This is like a pretty good game to watch just because I was like, there's definitely some avoidable deaths, so like I didn't have to die so many times, but like it's a good like game to show all the things Thor is capable of. Like Thor really shines when you're just letting the opportunities kind of come to you and not like forcing things, because it's really easy to get caught out in the open and like not be able to generate any Thor force, or just like if you burn it too early or something, like using your F2 carelessly. Like when you use your awakening rune, it'll give you 200 health instantly, but then you won't generate any Thor force like unless you're in melee range. But like even then, like you can heal a lot more, or like at least gain shield by just like spamming your shift and hammer than using your F. Like you could get like 300-400 shield in that time that your F is active. But yeah, the main thing as Thor is like basically just looking for opportunities like this, like when people are overextending, like try and pull them back to your team, because it like stuns them for a second and also pulls them. If you get like a full charge one, it pulls them even further. And yeah, you just gotta be comfortable with like not really being able to hit anyone sometimes, because like a lot of the game can be like just like range fights until like people actually start playing up. So you kind of just gotta like throw your hammer, like if it's far back enough, like then you can awaken. And there's also times to use awakening rune offensively, but we'll get to that. But yeah, pretty much you just want to play like choke points as Thor and like areas where you can just get back to your team. He's, like I said, he's like more of like a dive tank. Like he's like half DPS. He's like a DPS tank hybrid. But you still have to play like a tank at the end of the day, because if you die, then like you're the one with the big health pool that's like taking most of the damage for your team. Like you should still be blocking a lot of damage as Thor pretty much. Yeah, right there, I shouldn't have held my hammer. I should have just thrown my hammer to like get the halt initially, because I could have died there for sure. But yeah, this is like one of the best things about Thor is like anywhere with like a vertical area, he's pretty like hard to kill, especially if you know where like the halt pots are. Because he can like get up places like faster than anyone, and also just like keep dropping and going up like on repeat. Especially if like you get like a beatdown on someone and generate more Thor force. But yeah, pretty much just like playing corners like this, like on payload, like it really just depends on where the payload is. Like you just gotta be patient, like either wait for them to like start playing up with it, or like if you're on offense, then you have to wait for the payload to like provide you cover. And his ult, you pretty much like, it combos really good with like Doctor Strange ult for like a double AoE attack and then Groot ult. But you want to use it pretty much whenever you can, when it's like would be like useful, like you can actually like be on top of someone with it, because like you want to burn their support ult so like your DPS can get utility out of their ult. Because like if you can burn a Luna Snow ult on like your Thor ult and then get like your Psylocke to use her ult, it's a lot of ults, but use her ult like without being countered, it's like way better. Like she'll probably get more kills than you, and you generate like your ult way faster as Thor, so. Yeah, I think here is like one of those deaths that like was totally avoidable. Like I saw the Luna Snow ult, so I decided to be like a little bit more aggressive, but I really should just use that to back up and like play like our side. Because like these kills like don't really matter. Like if we just like back up with the Luna Snow ult, like they still have to push the payload. As soon as we die, then they just push it for free. And with Thor's mobility, like right there I chose to die. Like if you can shift out of like pretty much almost any scenario. But if they have a Bucky, it makes it kind of hard. But yeah, I mean Thor taking height as well is just like really good. And then going for like, if I pulled her back to my team right there, like we just have a pick or charge it like a little bit more. But yeah, you'll see me like throwing my hammer, like even if it's not hitting them, just to get the shield up like ASAP, just to like get more damage. More damage blocked. And your shift, you pretty much just want to use your shift to like close the distance between you and the enemy, or escape, or like pull them back to your team pretty much. There's like 4 uses. And the lightning realm's kind of like a longer cooldown, so you want to be like use that like a little bit more sparingly. Like right there's a good spot to use it, because they would have to walk through like it or break down the Groot wall. But yeah, you'll see me like playing spots like this like a lot, because you want to put your teammate, you want to like line of sight your healers, like diving their side for beatdowns. Like you want to like let them come to you so you can like be impactful while your healers are healing you. And this is a scenario where like I knew I had heals and like Doctor Strange popped his ult, so I could use like my awakening pretty comfortably and like not worry about dying. And this is what I'm talking about as Thor. Like you can just reset team fights. Like if I died here, like I don't know if we have enough time for another fight, because Groot doesn't come out spawn for like another second, so like they'll probably just cap this point. But since I was able to survive, like we can take another fight before like we're forced to get on it. And then right there is like why Thor is so good, because he can instantly just turn into like a DPS and do like crazy damage. Just like that, both supports are dead. off like me just taking height in like a 4v6, and it bought enough time for my group to come back. And like I said, like you get your ult back way faster, I think, as Thor than like any other character. Like I already hit my ult again.
Those guys are about to shoot us. 10 seconds. Don't mind me.
Right here, I think I was waiting for my Grudo, that's why. But like they popped their Invisible ult, so. And also popping his ult, it's not like popping his ult against the support ult is just like never the move because it just won't do enough damage to kill anyone. Like you're pretty much just wasting it. So like if they popped it already, then you should just save it until after. But if you can use it to get them to waste it, then that's always good. And coming off spawn, you want to use full Storm Surge charges. Like make sure the bar is full because you'll get there faster and you won't waste as much Thor Force. But yeah, this is just one of those scenarios I was talking about earlier where like you have to wait for the package or the payload to push up so you can like have some cover and not just be out in the open in the store. And this is where you get like most of your value as store because you can start pulling tanks back. Like when you're constantly beating people down in like a fight, like Thor can like block a lot of damage and do like a lot of damage. That's where he gets most of his value. And if you're pushing up like that, like if you noticed I had 825 health before I like pushed in like that, like you want to build up that extra 200 health before you like do something risky. And there, Wolverine was hiding. I should never hide in the same corner because I just like gave up his position doing that. I should just let him hide there by himself and like distract for him. Like bait him, let them bait him out. But yeah, I kind of rolled it there, but his ult is also really good in like low rooms like that if you're not gonna die because it like decreases the amount of time it takes for Thor to like touch the ground, so it's just more burst damage.
By the eye of Agamotto.
But yeah, one of the rules, like I said earlier, is being very like stingy with your F, like never pressing that like unless you know for sure like you're good, like unless you're standing in like a healer's a support's ultimate, or they're already like 2 or 3 dead and you're full health, or you're super far away, something like that. Just somewhere where like you know you're not gonna die. Or if like I used it earlier against the supports just to like secure the kill fast, because when you're dabbing backline like you have to be fast. And in these ranks you might be able to get away with it, but like in later ranks like people will turn around for you, so you definitely have to pick and choose. I think we stagger here if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think we pushed and we had like a little bit of time. This is another thing about Thor as well. He has a pretty easy time getting like contests. Like I'm sure like Venom also has an easy time, but like one Storm Surge and you're just like on point with the extra 100 health. And then right here you just want to be spamming like your shift and your hammer throw like as fast as possible just to get that extra 100 HP every time you use it. That's like where most of your survivability comes from.
The true warrior is not defined.
But yeah, I mean those are pretty much just the rules of stores. Like don't use your awakening like unless you know you're safe, or like you need the kills. Like you're probably gonna die anyways, or and just like try and position yourself where you can be impactful, like pulling people toward your team, or you can just like get out in general. And like if it's payload, then use the payload as cover. And definitely use your lightning realm in like choke points where like people have to run through to like get to the objective or like kill your teammates or something like that. And the thing about Thor is it's always easy to dive with your backline. Like right there I saw Psylocke pushing, so that's when I started diving the backline with her. And we could just put like hella pressure on her. And then like their tanks have to like either push our backline or come back for us. So like it kind of opens up the map for our teammates. And this is like when Thor is just like, you can just heal yourself so fast, like you're actually like unkillable unless you choose to die. Like you, if you're near a health pack, like you can always go near it or just get back to your teammates.
Help get that vehicle to its destination. The underground scene. But now I want such a nice deep freeze.
By the eye of Agamotto.
There's always gonna be times like that as Thor as well. Like you're gonna try and close the distance and they just like straight up won't let you. You just gotta be comfortable with like not doing anything sometimes. Like again, like the payload was like pretty far behind, so there's no like cover. It's really hard to do anything right there. Right there's like a situation where you can just like stay back and pop your F and try and do damage, like build your ultimate.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
There's just like a lot of downtime as Thor.
I am ready to put on a show.
On payload, that is.
A nice deep freeze.
I shall show none that a true god brings life.
Right there at 16 HP. I don't know if you saw that, but at 25 health from the patch, literally saved my life. Yeah, right here I'm trying to all backline and just won't have it.
Behold the god of thunder!
Yeah, and if you do like your hammer throw, like beatdown combo, or like normal melee combo before you ult, you're just gonna do like a lot more DPS. Because every time every second they're standing in your ult, I think they take like 45 damage before you hit the ground.
Thor, sometimes I forget you were literally born for this.
Yeah, and then right there, just that. I think you want to have them to the right of your cross. You want your crosshair to be to the right of them, and it makes it a lot easier to hit them. And right there, I popped my F for like no reason, and it was just like overextended. I should have stacked the payload there. This is what I mean by like a lot of these deaths were like pretty much avoidable. Like just sitting on the payload would have avoided me the last two. And then again on the run back, you want to do full charge storm surges for the most part.
I'm just dying.
And then right here, I'm like not trying to get into the fight.
I am ready to put on
I'm just trying to like body block for my Rocket Raccoon so he just doesn't die. It's like we just gotta wait for our team at this point. But this thing about Thor as well is that like that 200 health I had built up earlier just saved me, and then if you get pulled like anywhere there's verticality, like you can easily cut your angle and just get out.
By the eye of Agamotto! Behold the god of thunder!
Yeah, that's the thing about diving backline and Thor as well that I was talking about earlier, is that like they can just come back for you, and if you're separated from if you're like too far, then you're just dead.
Get that vehicle moving.
You gotta pay attention to where your team is and try and do it like tactically. And against characters like Psylocke or Spider-Man, like the lightning realm is really good because it's kind of hard to hit them, so it's kind of like a guaranteed hit if they're already inside it, or if they run through it. And this is like what you really just want to be doing, like be annoying, especially to like Strange. Thor is like a pretty hard counter to Strange because that goes through the shield, and also your normal beatdown goes through the shield. Same for Magneto. So you can kill them pretty easily. And in straight up 1v1s, like Thor is gonna win against like pretty much every character except like a Star Lord or like an Iron Man, like anyone who flies pretty much. Unless you hit some like insane arc shots.
I am ready to put on a show.
And here, like during like a Luna Snow ult or like a healer ult, you really just want to farm your ult. Right there, we're pretty much dead, but I was trying to get my ult so I could ult after her ult and maybe get a kill.
Down to 30 seconds.
Time's not on our side here.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Yeah, here, like, first things first, like, get the people off height. Don't let them just sit up there. And then here, yeah, I use my ult early, so because if you're not in the air, or if you're in the air above the payload, it's not gonna register you being on the payload. You're forced to overtime. So I use my ult like a little bit early to get them off it, so I could like be on it, like, because like 6 seconds is like a lot to survive. I didn't know if my healer was behind me there. And then here, like, I know I'm in the Luna Snow ult, so I just pump my F, try to do max damage. Like, if you hit every F shot, like, or you're awakened, when you're awakened, it does, like, insane DPS.
We shall make sure of it.
But yeah, most of the time as Thor, like, especially if you're, I mean, you should never, you can get away with single tanking, maybe, like, up to Diamond, but it's gonna become really hard because he doesn't have a shield, so the damage blocking is, like, pretty minimal. And, like, if you, it's really hard to, like, just sit there and do nothing as Thor, like, as the only tank. Like, when you're trying to, like, push up. You don't want to, like, overextend sometimes. No one saw that.
Double KO. That's 3.
But yeah, Thor's like super good at just cleaning up like the backline fast. Like if you get a kill, it's easy to just like get 2 or 3 back there, and then get back to your team fast and clean up whoever's last.
You guys ready to overthrow a team?
Yeah, and there's literally like nothing Magneto or Strange can do like besides fly away. But if Strange is flying away, even if he has a shield up, you can storm launch him and get him out of there. And that's like the 3rd death, I would say. That was like pretty avoidable, like just pushing too far.
The final 10 seconds.
Like a good rule of Thor is just stay on the payload after you get the kills. Like let your teammates like.
Hey, T!
That's usually a better play.
I am ready to put on a show.
I'll patch you up.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Yeah, right there. I felt like the Psylocke was just wasting my time. So it's better. The fights on the payload just makes more sense to fight on it.
King shall not reign again.
Another thing about when you're awakened is the Mjolnir will like surround you. So like if you're close to people, that will like do damage itself and like hit them.
This is your big chance.
And it's just like a lot easier to hit your runes when you're like in their face.
I am Thor, Odin's God of Thunder.
I like the cold.
But yeah, my teammates just went huge at the end right there. I would have had my ult if like there was a fight on payload, so I think we would have won that regardless.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. The right heroes could make
Here's a good spot on Thor just to like get your rune shot off.
4,
Asgard
3,
never swing
2,
from battles
1.
or feasts.
It's pretty much how you want to start most rounds, is just like try and build your ult.
You have to stop them from securing the mission.
You can always get to like 10% pretty fast. And if there's ever a strange portal, you want to get there and just put your E down. So like when they're coming out, you just like hit all of them. And then maybe you can like pull one off like the portal. Like I think I tried to pull, yeah, Stranger. Yeah, and I saw Doctor Strange there like playing defensive, so I just rather play for the support there. I saw them go like separate ways. And that's pretty much that round. I think they didn't have enough time to get back.
The final 10 seconds. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Exiled from Asgard as a
And again, like you want to start charging your Storm Surge like at like 1.5 seconds to get out the gate fast.
Only 60 seconds left.
That way you're ready to go. You can pop your Awakening Rune on offense as well, just to get those initial hits. But just be careful, because like by the time I get in this room, I only had 2, and I'm still kind of like 4 or 4 starved. Yeah, and you don't want to like force anything in Thor again. Like just wait for your back line, or wait for like your other dive characters, or wait for like the good opportunity to go in the back line. Because if you die as like Vanguard, you're just gonna make it really hard on your team. And that's the one thing on like controller that's probably harder than mouse and keyboard, is just like Storm Surging right up in the air like that to like try and stay alive. That's like really good on mouse and keyboard. But yeah, that's why Thor can be so impactful. I just pop my rune to kill the Luna Snow right there, and then like the whole team fight just becomes a lot easier. But yeah, that's the video. Sorry for the amounts of likes and those, but it's 6 AM, so allow me. But appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope that helps you guys on your rank grind. Have a good one.